What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today, guys, we're bringing you guys some more C8 Corvette content. That is loud. That is right, guys. As you all know, I did put this car up for sale, and that is because I had purchased this CT5V Blackwing. As you all know, my family got a little bit bigger, and I wanted something that I was gonna be able to enjoy with the family. But I still have the C8. It has not sold yet, and today we're actually going to be doing a de-modification of the car, mainly because I am tired of seeing the check engine light on this thing. So if you guys haven't guessed by now, yes, we are removing the high flow cats from the vehicle and putting back the stock OEM catalytic converters. And unfortunately, for a lot of you guys commenting on my previous videos of the high flow cats that I put on the car, none of the O2 simulators, O2 spacers, or anything like that actually helped with eliminating that check engine light on the car. So that is why today we are taking this over to our good friends over at Excessive Racing Engines to have them work on it, remove the old one, the high flow test pipes basically, and get this car all buttoned up. Now, what happens when you have a check engine light? Well, you can't do things like remote start on the vehicle. So if we try to do a remote start, that's all you get, the little lights flashing, which is kind of annoying, obviously, especially when you live in Houston, super hot. You want to be able to remote start your car and get that cabin nice and cool. Now, I did love not having the cats on this thing, guys, because it made this car sound amazing, much louder than a stock car. But unfortunately, that check engine light's not something that I could live with, and not something that I think a future owner of this car that decides to buy it would want to be dealing with either. Now, you can do things like tune the car and do all that to get rid of the check engine light, but if I'm not planning on keeping this car, to be honest, I don't think it's worth spending another $1,500 plus the credits and all that, almost $2,000 over, just to get the car tuned. So removing the cats, putting the factory ones back on is gonna be the move. So for now, let's go ahead and give you guys a final cold start with the high flow cats. There you have it. Check that out. This thing sounds amazing. Now, one of the things I also did not like about having the basically straight pipe high flow sections with no catalytic converters is the smell you get from the 93 octane getting burnt off. It is pretty horrible. It would get on your clothes and really stink everything up. Sounded great, but really stink you up. Now, guys, don't do what I did and forget to unplug your battery tender. Yeah, that was a rookie move, but I will say battery tender is definitely the way to go. Now, of course, here's the battery tender. Definitely make sure you get one, because these things do have a little bit of a parasitic draw over time, and if you don't use this car as often as I did, then you want to make sure that you have this thing going on. I did put a brand new battery on this car from the dealership. It had been 4 years and already had issues with it trying to start. I did a brand new oil change, so the car's got fresh oil in it. So it's really ready to go, guys. Once I get the cats back on, this thing will be ready to go for the new owner, and they'll be able to enjoy this thing all over the place. So let's go ahead and put this thing in the trunk and go ahead and head over to Excessive Racing. We've made it to Excessive Racing Engines, and obviously, guys, if you've seen my previous videos, you know these guys pretty much specialize in all late model GM stuff, but they've also do Ford and even Dodge. Alright guys, so we're gonna get the car pulled in. They're gonna start working on it here, but check it out. These guys have a ton of cars all around here. Got a Chevy SS. These are cool. If you guys remember, I used to have one of these, exactly the same color. And this one is a manual, so that's pretty darn cool. And looks like they've got fast intake, done a lot of work. We got a Z06 here, Camaro, more Corvettes. But what I really got interested on and looking at is this thing over here, guys. Check this out. We've got a CT5V Blackwing, but this thing has, of course, 2650 excessive racing built block, excessive racing plaques on the 2650, stock airbox, big old throttle body, 265. This thing is sick. And is it a manual? Yes, it is. This is a manual as well, guys. Man, I would love to see what this thing makes here. Hopefully, maybe we can get a video of this. I'll ask Frankie and see if he can send us a video of what this thing makes here. But this thing is insane. Should we do that to the Blackwing? Let me know down in the comments below. Again, more Corvettes. I mean, there are cars everywhere here, guys. All right, so they're gonna get working on the car, guys, and for me it might be a day or two, but for you guys it'll probably be a little snap of the fingers, and we will be right back here to show you guys the car with the factory catalytic converters back on and show you guys what that sounds like. And just like that, we are back, and we've got the C8 here at Excessive Racing Engines. It's all finished up. We finally got the stock caps back on the car, and they actually went ahead and washed it, so appreciate it, guys. Thanks a lot at Excessive. They make sure that your cars are well taken care of. They even make sure that they're clean when they return back to the customer. So let's go ahead and unlock this thing, see what the back looks like with the factory. So we've got the high flow caps there, and so now when we look, we've got all factory cats in the back. So appreciate again Excessive Racing Engines. I'm actually gonna give them the high flow cats, so if you guys are interested in getting the Extreme Online Sports cats and you're in the Houston area, come over to Excessive Racing Engines. I'm sure they'll hook you guys up with a good price on getting these high flow test pipes installed on your Corvette. If you plan on tuning the car or doing anything like that, then these would be a perfect addition to put on, get the tune, to remove the check engine light, and get quite a bit more horsepower out of your car. So make sure to hit them up at Excessive if you guys are interested in those high flow cats. I'm gonna go ahead and leave those with them here, and you guys can get them installed here for a good deal. So I don't know if the check engine light's been cleared yet or not, so let's find out. We'll try to do a remote start. There you go. So check engine light is cleared. You guys saw the remote start there, and honestly, this thing still sounds really good. So yes, the high flow cats did give it a little bit more higher of a tone, but C8s just sound really good in general with that short section of exhaust. I mean, you don't have the engine in the front running all that exhaust down the back, and so it sounds really nice. It's nice and quiet, and I'm sure, as you guys see there, the valves just shut off, so now it's quiet mode. So before, I think with the valves shut off, it sounded a little bit more like the startup tone, and so it is a little quieter, but we won't have the check engine light happening anymore. So for you guys interested, the car is going to be ready to go, and with no check engine lights, so that you guys can be worry-free when you're doing any kind of emissions testing or any of that stuff. So hit me up if you're interested in the car.